A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, these two teams, Charles, Arizona and Washington, 2023, a new beginning for both. Of course, for the Cardinals, a new coach, Jonathan Gannon, coming over from Philadelphia, where he was the defensive coordinator on their run to the NFC title, and then new ownership here in Washington.
And that gives each franchise a chance to start fresh, to turn the page. And I'm looking at Washington. They could be sneaky good. Despite the fact they didn't make the playoffs last year and the other three teams in their division did, Washington finished 500 at 8-8-1. They could make a jump.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it with Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Howell down to throw it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Little bootleg here. Howell. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Howell going to audible to something else. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And how about finding this guy without a home? Signed as a free agent this past week.
Doesn't make much sense to me. I'm not sure how you felt about it, but I thought he would have had a home a long time before this. And now, just find a way to put it in his hands and let him run.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Murray now. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. On 4th down, the Cards call on Matt Hawk to punt. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2020. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He may go. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 67 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Moore, the man in motion. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Murray going to throw. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. And that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 3rd down, Fournette. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Murray. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Murray looking to change the play here. And the slot man goes in motion left. Murray with a 3rd and long. Flush to his right. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Prater's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman,
so
ready
both
with
of
our
these
EA
coaching
Sports
staffs
halftime
likely
report.
making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort.
Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
It's fielded at the 45. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington! Curtis Samuel, 40 yards. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much... And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. 57 yards. Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second down, Murray sets to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Matt Breida from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. From the 20, here's the 2nd down and 9. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Howell down to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Robinson up the middle. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Howell throwing on third down here. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To throw, it's Murray. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throw left side completes Isabella. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Dancing to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Murray off play action. Steps away. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was 4th down, and the possession changes. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, this is Robinson. There's the stiff arm. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Off to the races. Running free at the 45. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Murray. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And quickly they get to the line. Murray now on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun, and this is going to be a reverse here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Robinson with another carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Flush to his right. Thomas brings it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 144 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Now, Howell's going to mix it up here. They'll run with Robinson. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.